Ahead of the primaries of the NPP to elect a parliamentary candidate for the by-election, an aspirant for the primaries, Dr.Evans Duah, says he holds the blueprint to the developmental project that were being rolled out by the deceased MP, John Kuma. Now, the lecturer at the Akenten Apia Menkan University, who is among 9 persons seeking to replace the deceased MP, says he was involved in the drafting and implementation of some key developmental projects. Most aspirants in the parliamentary race are campaigning on the legacy of the deceased MP, but Dr. Duah believes in his technical abilities.
I'm like a chef. If you go to maybe a hotel, a restaurant, and then you are served a very good food, you enjoy it, but sometimes you don't even get to know the chef or the cooks and the people behind it. I was one of the cooks and one of the chefs with Honorable Dr. John Kuma. What it simply means is that I was part of the brains and the hands behind the scenes doing a lot of work. So I then now step into his shoes to continue his legacy. I'm saying this, and everybody who was close to John knows it, that 2 weeks before his passing, I accepted to have become his technical advisor and spokesperson if he had been named the running mate, which we hoped for. But I can't speak for His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. But for our camp, if he had been named, I would have been his technical advisor and spokesperson. What it means is that I am the one coming from his camp, and we would continue with the legacy that he did. I'm not only talking about things he did, but things we did. In other words, some of the blueprints, some of the documents, some of the strategic plans, I have them, because I either helped to draft them or submitted it to them. He corrected them. I worked on them. We improved upon it, and it was submitted. We were working on projects like the asphalt that has been built at Dona also, which is in collaboration with some Indians and so on and so forth, which I know that will be able to continue with that. There is the Ejisu, the Buankra Technology Innovation City, which I have the blueprints, which I know that we can also continue. There is a Growth Fund Venture Capital, which was going to be a private initiative that would help the people of Ejisu and Asante at the beginning of the phase 1, which will be able to continue. There are other projects that I'll not be able to mention them now because some are in the pipeline, some are in phase 2 and phase 3. The advantage with me is that we have the blueprints, we have the documents, we were part of it, and for that reason, it will be very easy to continue with it.
Now, the former banker has described himself as a strategist who is working quietly for victory on Saturday.
So the good thing is, for me, the beauty of democracy is to have 9 people step up to compete. It is actually encouraging, and it tells you that the new patriotic party is still as attractive as it should be. All the 8 other candidates are formidable. They are people that equally would be able to do works in their own way. However, this is one thing that gives me a serious urge over all of them. You see, what we have now in Ejisu is that John took Ejisu to a certain standard. That standard and that pedigree, we need people who can match up to it. I don't speak against any other candidates, but one thing that is certain is that I have been well groomed over the years, through the thick and thin. And I personally think that anybody who would read about me, my credentials, the things I've done, would know that this is a shoe I can fit in and be able to do what my own brother was doing. For the other candidates, I'll be very straightforward with you. There's a difference between a grassroots politician and a strategist. Mourinho came and he surprised everybody with the Premier League. I'm a strategist. Submarine, quiet, slow, but steady, and penetrate wide and deep. And you see the results on Saturday.
All right.